And there's a lot happening in Germany with the exploration of the connection with fascia and yoga, and how yoga practice enhances the health of the fascia.
Yeah, it's probably because of the media. I'm quite sure it will hit North America and other countries as well. We had one very successful TV report for 50 minutes in one of the best science channels, and then all the other TV programs, so many of them. And now you almost don't have any health-oriented or women magazine who hasn't yet done a story on fascia with all the beautiful pictures. So and that usually includes yoga.
Yeah.
So that's a very nice story. And of course it has become a hype now. In Germany people talk about fascia hype. So in the fitness culture, it's right now, if you ask somebody what is the current trend, Zumba was there 5 years ago, etc.
Yeah.
And at the moment it's fascia. But it also means that also less educated people, they suddenly claim fascia training, whatever they have been doing before, and you scratch your head, what can you explain what that has to do with fascia? But basically it is a very good orientation.
Yes,
that you don't only look at joints, but you look at that body-wide network, and it's a sensorial network. So if a yoga practitioner says, I'm doing fascial yoga, you know, usually I would think it's a useful addition to whatever they have been doing before.
Right, right. And you had several books come out on yoga and fascia?
Yeah, there are 4 books, there are more in the pipeline. Handspring will come out with a book with Elizabeth Larkham. She wrote a chapter in our book that's already out, Fascia in Sports and Movement, and that's more than yoga, and has Pilates and exercise and other disciplines in it. But she wrote a chapter in our book, so I'm definitely sure this will be a very useful book.
Yes, wonderful.
No, she did a chapter, I'm confusing her. She's doing one on Pilates and fascia. Joanne Everson came out already with yoga. And I know of one other person. So that's a very good book, and she's a great missionary to represent that. Joanne Everson.
Great. Well, Robert, thank you so much for joining us. I bet you never thought you would become famous being an anatomy geek. Here you are.
No. So I want to spend more time to live in a monkey-like body, because I think we need to move our body in the way how it was designed. And so you need to have a closed package position. You need to squat, you need to stretch your hip joint, you need to load your arm joints at the end range of motion, otherwise your tissue becomes fibrotic. And yoga seems to be intuitively designed to move all our joints, our fascial sheets, in the way how other primates, who have this almost the same anatomy, are moving it. And they don't get these joint problems that humans get unless you put them into a cage that's too small, where they cannot move like a monkey. So the theory, it's the unused arc theory, if we move more monkey-like, that means more human-like, in the way how nature designed us. So if at least once a week you squat, or you stretch this, or you get in the external rotation, then you use it or lose it. It means you load the connective tissue in the end range position, and you don't lose them. So I think yoga is ideal for fascia.
Yes, and a lot of varied movement too, not just
not just end range, but normally the ranges that you. So as a normal sedentary person, I have my hip joint 90 degrees, and I have it 0 degrees, and that's all I have. Unless I do yoga, then I have it this way, have it this way, and I have it stretched all the way. If I would play with my children on the ground, under the table, in the trees, then I may not need to do yoga. You know, but I don't, so I better do yoga.
Yes, wonderful. Well, Robert, thank you so much for joining us. This was great, and we really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much. And this is a very exciting conference.
Yes.
And fascia is definitely a hot subject. And what I like is that it's not dominated by any school. It's not the rolfers or the osteopaths
Right.
or the yin yoga people.
And the
It's a
pharmaceutical
connecting,
industry has-
it's a connecting tissues. So you have all kinds of different professionals sharing their perspective.
Yeah, and people from more than, what, 20 countries?
Yeah, 30 countries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Wonderful. Well, thanks
Okay,
again.
thank you.
All right. Namaste.
Namaste.